Alright, let's, You get a random credit noise every time you put in a credit in this game. Alright, well, let us actually play a credit of Robotron 2084.
Ray wins!
And begin. So yeah, Robotron's a game where I'm gonna die a lot. Death is inevitable in this game. Arcagent X, thank you for the 6 months. But by default, you get extra lives every 25,000. So that's going to be a... you're going to want to build up as many points as possible. Obviously, saving the humans gives you a lot of points. Oh god, that's a bad start. I'm too distracted. Daciati, thank you for the quarter. I got some kind of emote, I can't even see it right now. I almost want to restart after that death, but... On a 5 lives attempt, I would restart, but we'll keep it rolling. There are still sub noises going off. What the hell? There have been way too many subs. If I miss anything during this game, apologies. This is an intense game. Okay, Mikey's on the right side. We gotta protect Mikey. Oh, I didn't want to hit the thing. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we'll keep one brain on screen. Trying to get all the humans. That one mommy's gonna die, but that's acceptable loss. There we go. Good enough. So, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot to talk about with this game. Good thing this is gonna be a long credit. The humans, every human is worth the same amount of points. The first one you pick up is always worth 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000, 4,000, and then they max at 5,000. If you die, the value resets, and the value resets every stage, of course. Fuck. The Hulks can run over humans. So, ideally, any wave with a lot of humans, you want to pick up as many as possible. Sometimes it's better not to pick them up immediately, just in case like you die early in the wave, so you can kind of recover in that situation. This is a hard game to commentate and play at the same time, by the way. I'll do my best though. If I can. I mean, I'll lose some lives here and there, but as long as I am earning more than I lose, it should be okay. I'm dying way too much early on. It's I guess it's to be expected. This is not a game I've actually streamed that much, despite how much I've played it. Pretty much most of my experience with this game has been on cabinet. Yeah, I'll mention the bug fix in a second. Because there are a few different versions of this game. And for long credits, you kind of need to play this 1987 version. So initially there were 2 releases of this game. I think like they're kind of labeled by the color of the ROM, the things on the ROM chips. Oh my god, I'm sucking it up. I should not be losing lives this early. I almost want to restart, but I think I can recover. Like there's one set they call the yellow/orange set, and the other called the blue set. The blue set came later, and it was just a it didn't really fix anything gameplay-wise. It just kind of like fixed something with cocktail mode, or it fixed something with the attract mode. But both those versions have a fatal flaw if you play this game for long periods of time. Not even for long periods of time, because it's a glitch that can strike at any moment if you're not careful what you do. And you see that enforcer enemy? You see how he's in the corner? They like hanging out in the corner there and just firing shots for a few seconds before they decide to leave. There's a bug involving those enforcers where if randomly sometimes when you destroy them, the little particles they explode into, they can actually go like out of bounds outside the range of the screen, and the game gets confused and just resets. And so if you're playing like a long marathon attempt, that'll kill your credit instantly with no warning. It generally happens when you shoot those enemies in the corner. So if you're playing this game on an unpatched ROM set, that's something you want to avoid. You want to not shoot those guys when they're in the corner. And so I guess like somebody like disassembled the ROMs or something in like 1987 and brought it to the attention of Williams. But of course they weren't actually selling Robotron cabinets anymore, or putting out like new versions of it. But I think Larry DeMar got in touch with the guy, acknowledged it, and like kind of burned a new version for like his own private use in case it would ever be needed in the future. And that was like the version they used for the for like the Williams Arcade Classics thing that was on PC like in like 96 or 97. And then that ROM set was later provided for MAME, so you could play it. It didn't get an official release, but I mean that version didn't like officially get released in arcades, but it's found its way on the internet, and for a while that was like I guess the de facto version you want to play, if at least for a while. But now there's a newer version that's that was made like specifically for long credits, which they call the tie-dye version, named after the tie-dye shirts that Eugene Jarvis usually wore, apparently. And the tie-dye version has a couple of quality of life changes. Namely, it track scores past 10 million. Oops, I ran right into that dude. It tracks scores past 10 million, and it actually displays your lives as a number instead of like the little dudes at the top, because it won't show more than 7 lives in reserve. And that's kind of a problem too, because you want to guess what happens when you get 256 lives in this game? That's right, it rolls back to 0. If you are too good at this game, and you have no idea how many lives you've been racking up, you could find yourself with 0 lives. Not that that's happening now. I'm still down to 6. I'm playing like crap right now. This is one of the worst credits I've played of this in a while. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta start earning some lives. I would like to get up to a comfortable range past 7. That'd be nice. It would be nice, just saying. Okay. Alright, pick up a couple dabs. Uh-oh. Ah! How do you advance in waves? You kill all the enemies. How else would you do it? Obviously, the Hulks can't be killed. They're invincible. They're just there to get in the way. Alright, luckily we have a brainwave next. Brainwave is every 5 waves. So you see that Mikey up there? It's all mommies except for the Mikey. The brains are going after the Mikey. So if you try to protect him, you can, like... They're not going to go after any other, any of the mommies. It'll kind of change when... Oh, there we go. Okay. Kill all the brains. Leave the enforcers on screen. There we go. And then we'll just pick up the points. Get out of here. 69999. But yes, the level layouts are always randomly generated. It's always the same number of enemies, but they'll be in random locations, so you have to... You're always playing this game on the fly, trying to figure out, like, at the beginning of each wave, like, where you should go, what's, like, the safest route, and that's what kind of keeps you on your toes in this game. It's not it's not pattern. There's just a general skill set you develop from playing this game a lot. And you kind of learn some better decisions to make. Not like that. God damn it. Okay, I'm still at 7 lives. That's good. Watching that extra life counter at the top like a hawk. Get out of there. Get. Nice. Just don't die. So ideally, with like these enforcer enemies, you usually want to stay like not too close to them, but you never want to be at full screen because the farther away you are, the faster their bullets are. They kind of compensate for the length. So, oh my god, how did I not shoot that? I had that wave dead to rights. And now I gotta get out of this again. Alright, the grunts are gonna speed up. Let's see if I can still get that human. There we go. So the brains on this wave will go after a specific human, but they're all daddies, so you just kind of have to guess, like, based on which direction they're going, which one it's going to be. But it's usually too hard to save that guy, so you just kind of... It's very hard to get past brainwaves without dying. So you just kind of... What? Pad. I didn't move. Okay. Let's score like a few thousand here. There we go. Alright, yes. Now starting with these waves, like the they're actually spawning tanks in now too from those enemies. Oh my god. Of course, these waves always have tanks. And these are like the enforcers. You don't want to be too far from them because the bullets they shoot end up speeding up. Ah, fuck. That's fine, I think. I just talked about the bug fix version. There's a glitch in this game that can crash the game if you destroy the enforcers in the corner. And we don't want to deal with that. We don't want the credit to just die because I destroyed one of those enforcers who's just hiding out in the corner right there. Alright, this wave is kind of a break. Brainwave. Go for... Oh, god. So, I was going to go for as many humans as possible, but this is nasty. Damn, almost had that. Yeah, basically those long, skinny shots that the brains fire, which I sometimes call spaghetti. Those spaghetti shots are very hard to hit, and that's what makes the brainwave so tough. There's the first million. 9 more to go. Yeah, some things are hard to hit. Your firing rate, not the fastest. Can't really speed it up by... Well, wait, no. No, I'm thinking of another game where you can, like, tap the stick to fire faster. Not this game, though. Well, I'm thinking of Bullet. Another twin-stick game. This is... Yeah, that one grunt. That one grunt. This is not the tie-dye version, no. The tie-dye version has a numerical lives counter instead of a... Actually, I think it still has the regular lives counter, but it has a numerical lives counter in addition to that. So you don't have to worry about rolling your lives at 255. I don't think that's going to happen to me. Famous last words. Uh-oh. I'm greedy. Alright, let's try to pick up as many humans as I can. That's a big clump. So I always go into the brainwaves expecting to lose a life. So you might as well make the most of that first life. Get more than 25,000 points and you're breaking even. Right? So yeah, I did actually play this on the that Williams PC port in like in the late 90s, but I was never any good at it. It was hard to like find a good control scheme for it. I think it had an option to like use the face buttons on a pad to fire like Super Smash TV, but I was lucky if I could like get close to 1 million. And that just made me think, damn, this game's hard, because this game kind of passed me by when it was new. Yeah, I don't know, you should go ask McCall. This is not McCall's stream. So I didn't get to play this game when it was new. And I don't think it was until like, I want to say like 1999 or 2000 or thereabouts that this one arcade decided to like get some classic games, and they got they had a Robotron cabinet there, and I was like, oh sweet. And within like a few credits, like I got like a few million points in this, and I was like, wait, what? When did I get good at this? How did I actually get good at this? I think like I might have tried it in MAME, but even in MAME it was kicking my ass. I later discovered that this game was not emulated very well in MAME for the longest time. There were a lot of problems with the display blitter and how it like drew enemies, and basically it would like those little red circles that spawn the enforcer enemies, it would spawn them too quickly. So you'd get overwhelmed really fast. And it was like that for like years and years in MAME. It wasn't until like I want to say like 2009, 2010 or thereabouts, like they finally like rewrote the code, and it became a lot closer to the arcade. And now, like, having actually like been able to spend a decent amount of time playing this on cabinet, it does feel pretty close. I'm pretty sure that Midway Arcade Origins piece of shit port that was on Xbox 360 and PS3 was like based off old code of MAME, because that version I think was like drawing the enemies too quickly. Also, it had an input lag, which is really fun. Uh-oh, I think I'm dead here. No, I'm not. But yeah, nowadays in MAME, this feels pretty good. I have played this to like 13 million. I could have kept going, but I just kind of killed it off. Because I'm not really cut out for those long marathon sessions. Some people are though, and they're like there was like kind of a resurgence of like people trying to do long marathons of this in like 2013. Like this one website like put out a challenge to get 100 million points on this, which takes like almost a full day of playing, almost 24 hours if you're playing at a good scoring rate. And the first person to like actually like officially break 100 million with proof was somebody in Portland by the name of Ken House. Actually, it's in Hillsboro, but close enough. He streamed it live from his garage, and was the first person with proof to break the 100 million mark, which is where a new thing was discovered about this game, that when you reach like 99,975,000, it does some wacky shit where everything you destroy gives you an extra life, much like the thing in Defender, like right before a million. And nobody knew this was in the code, like, all this time. So it gives you a shitload of extra lives, but then it, however many extra lives you got, like, it calculates that, and you can't get an extra life again until you have made up the points in 25,000 point intervals. It's kind of confusing, but... And since then, I think, somebody by the name of David Gomez, I think he has the current, like, proven marathon record, which was, like, I want to say it was, like, 43 hours straight of playing this. He ended up with 180 million. That's fucking insane. It's one thing to be awake for 43 hours, but playing this game for 43 hours, this game's kind of exhausting. This game's kind of a workout. I can certainly respect that, but it's not something I've ever wanted to pursue myself. I don't like doing, like, super long marathons of a single game. But there's always been this this part of old arcade high score culture where people like to do those crazy marathons. How long a break would 200 lives give you? You can at least take a few minutes. Usually, like, the best spots to take a break are on a brainwave. Like, you clear the entire screen of enemies except for one brain, because it takes longer to like draw the screen on a brainwave, as you'll see on the next stage. Or you can do it on wave 1 when you roll the waves over, kill all the enemies except one. That's another thing people like to do. But yeah, if nature calls, that'd be the best way to do it. If you because you kind of have to, if you're really good at this game, like I said, since the lives roll over at 255, you kind of have to kill lives off every now and then. You gotta dump them off. See, like, these waves, it always takes longer to start the screen up, because as long as there's one brain on the screen, it's gonna do that animation. So that gives you a little more of a break, and, like, sometimes the brains take longer to fire at you. These grunts are fast. Oh shit, I might do this, Hey, I got past the brainwave without dying. That's rare. And so, yeah, like I was saying, it was kind of a... long marathons were kind of a part of, like, the scores people would submit to Twin Galaxies, submitting, like, crazy long scores. And eventually, like, they did away with, or not entirely did away, but, like, started instituting, like, new tournament settings to get people not playing these games for, like, 24, 48 hours. And, like, tournament settings for this game, you just have it set to 5 lives, no extras. And that brings game time down by a lot. Unfortunately, that means, yeah, you really gotta make the most of those brainwaves. It's so hard to get past the brainwaves. The world record on 5 lives is still held by John McAllister. He got, I think 1,200,000 something, which I think is one of the most insane scores in all of classic gaming. I have played this game a lot on the 5 live settings. I've never broken 900,000. I've broken 800,000 like at least 4 times. My best is like 875,000. I think that video's still on YouTube. I think I still have a video of it. Somebody can find it. But I've never broken 900,000, much less 1,000,000. So that still stands out to me as like one of the most insane scores in classic gaming. But no, there's no kill screen in this. That's why we have to make up other rules and go for 255 waves, because you know, you roll the wave counter over, you've seen everything there is to see in the game, right? At this point, I've pretty much seen everything there is to see in the game too, because basically once you clear wave 40, wave 41 is the same as wave 21. And so on and so forth. Like, it keeps repeating the enemy layouts from... Or not layouts, but enemy amounts from waves 21 to 40 over and over until you hit wave 256. So already I've technically, like... The game's not going to get any harder. So it's just a matter of not losing too many lives. Was it 846? I've actually done better than 846. I got like... I want to say I got like 875 in one of those Battle of the Arcades tournaments. But unfortunately no video on that one. The video for that was like, yeah, that was like one of our warm-up streams at the Kencade. But I wanted to save that score just for posterity. That I did. Wave 69. Alright, want to get all the humans here. Oop, that's a fast shot. There we go. All the enforcers. Still enforcers spawning. Alright, which human are they going after? Oop, they already got him. Once they get that first human they all decide to go after, then they'll go ham and spread out and kill all the rest. That's why you always try to protect that first human. But it's hard to figure out who it is when they're all daddies. It's gonna sound really weird if I keep calling them daddies. At this point, I have no idea how many lives I have. Pretty sure I'm comfortably above 7. Also, there was an incident that I'm not sure if there's still video of it. I know it was like, oh my god, I'm losing lives like crazy. That might have been streamed on Ken's channel. Another player by the name of Mike Casper, who's also really good at this game and really good at a lot of classic arcade games. He was going for... There was like some specific bounty to like break 45 million on the arcade cabinet. This was before the 100 million score happened. And so he was playing on Ken's machine. The goal was 45 million. It wasn't on the tie-dye version, so there was no way to like see at a glance how many lives you have. And apparently he wasn't killing lives off very often. And he got up to like 44.3 million, and he rolled the lives counter and then died immediately after. And before he knew it, like, the game was over. And he's just just in shock of what happened. Top 10 anime deaths. And I guess that's kind of why the tie-dye version became a thing, so this wouldn't happen to anybody else if they were going for long marathons. Because it's kind of fucked up that you can't see your... Wow. You can't see your remaining lives. You don't game over instantly for hitting 256, but it just takes away your entire built-up stock, so... If you can get up to another 25,000 before dying, you can keep the game alive, but... as you've seen in this credit, I'm dying a lot, so sometimes it's hard to get 50,000 points in a row without losing a life. Especially when the pressure's on and you're just... and you've been playing for, like, at least 10 hours. Because generally speaking, in a marathon like this, you're going to get, like, around 4.5 million per hour. I think the MAME set is just called Robotron TD. I think that's the wrong name. Yeah, I should be playing on the tie-dye version, but I want to play on the I want to play on this version just because it actually has the score rollover. Because I'm not going for 100 million. I don't have time for that. Hey, there's my sub goal. I'll go for 100 million on this. Don't hold me to that. Who are they going after? Oh, they got somebody. Oh my god. Ran into his foot. Yeah, I would say, like, have some subathon where, like, every sub, like, adds, like, a certain amount of points, but... Shit, I already hit a sub goal today. Without even playing the game. I don't know. I'm just not cut out for those super long marathons. I get... Once you've seen, like, everything there is to see in the game, especially in something like this, I want to do something else. I want to play something else. Shit. This game sort of has, like, one or two more things going on screen than Desert Busta. It's a little more frantic. Just a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, so I don't even know, like, what the longest, oh my god, Shinju, Forest! What the hell are you doing?
Ryoko loses.
10 more subs, Jesus Christ. Thank you very much, Shinju Forest. That is very kind of you. That is way too kind of you. Oh, don't get that Mikey, don't get that Mikey. Oh, the Hulk killed Mikey. Sometimes you'll just get bad luck and they'll just go after the one human you're trying to save, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I was about to say something, and then I got sidetracked. Thank you very much for that, Shinju Forest. I'll update the sub count when I have a chance. But yeah, I don't think I've played this game past like 13 million. I apparently have a score for that on MARP. Arcade cabinet, I don't think I've done more than 10 million. But like, I don't know I don't know what the longest credit I've played of like any arcade game was. I've had some win streaks on fighting games that went for at least a couple hours. Like, I want to say I had like a 49 game win streak on KOF 97 back in the day. That must have been 3 hours because KOF matches take a while, maybe 2.5. I don't know how long my 74 wins on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 were. That might have been like closer to like 2.5 hours because Marvel matches can go fast. I did play a credit of, I remember like a year ago, or, no, not a year ago, maybe a couple of years ago, I had some urge to play this UPL game called Nova 2001. I think I played it for like 4 hours, and by then I'd had way more than enough of that fucking game. Oh yeah, Fix 8. That was pretty long. That was a few hours. But these were all in MAME. These weren't on actual cabinets. Those fighting game win streaks I mentioned were on cabinets. Maybe one day I'll get the urge to go for 50 million on this or something. Have a nice 12-hour run of Robotron. Zookeeper credits for me don't last that long. I know there's been some people that play can play that for like at least like an hour and a half, I want to say. Like Ross Benziger. I think I played Frenzy for like was it like 3 hours, 4 hours? Frenzy is easy as shit on default settings. Fuck. That's a lot of hulks. Okay, they already got the Mikey. Oops. Frenzy's like the sequel to Berserk. But it's way easier than Berserk because they keep giving you extra lives. Yep. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna kill off a couple lives real fast. Where's my sub count at? 318, Jesus. Jesus, that's a lot of subs. Okay. No pausing allowed. I should be good. I can sack a couple lives. I say that, but then when the extra life counter like dips down to 6, I'm gonna start panicking. There's a lot of enforcers. Never tried to do all 200 levels of Robotron 64. I've only played Robotron 64, like, very briefly. And I didn't care for it much at the time. Maybe I should give it another look. I don't really know that much about it. There's an idea for a future stream. Oop. Bonk. What am I at? 99. Shit, there was no way out of that. Fuck. Okay, now I'm losing too many lives. Come on, tighten it up. You're not tightening it up. Okay, we got a brainwave next. We need some points back. I always say this, and then I worry about how many lives I have, and then when I decide to kill the credit off, like I'm sitting there for like several minutes watching all my lives die. It happens every time. Where are they going after? I'm just gonna pick up all these humans, get the points while I can. That's a good haul. Oh, why did it turn on a dime? They were all going after that Mikey for some reason. Shit. I should be fine. See, like, it already feels like I've been playing this game for way too long, and I'm not even at 3 million. The rest of these humans, uh-oh. The ping pong balls. Done in by my own greed. Ah! Oh yeah, the wave counter doesn't actually show the 100s digit. I think that was fixed on the tie-dye version too. So actually I'm at wave 104, not wave 4. I was on wave 0 a little while ago, except it was wave 100. I need like a separate counter for the actual wave counter. Oh, Mikey's at the top left. He's dead. I tried. Sometimes you just get bad spawns. Well, the thing is, it says I'm on wave 5 right now, but it's actually wave 105, and the difficulty is still in line with what wave 105 should be. When you roll from wave 255 to 256, it goes back to wave 1, and it's the actual wave 1, not adjusted for difficulty. It goes back to being easy, and that's what we're going for here. Hey, that was a fitting credit noise. The Ultimo, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, the tie-dye version makes the HUD gives you more info. Also has the bug fix from the 1987 release, so you don't kill an enforcer in the corner and kill your game. Oh god, Rampage World Tour. Yeah, even the arcade version is like the same way. It's at least a few hours long, with no passwords, no saves. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that game. And the demo's like always showing off the moon stage that happens at the end, and like nobody's gonna reach that. Nobody's gonna reach that unless the cabinet's on free play and there's like nothing else in the arcade to play. I don't know what the 1cc strats are. Like, you earn extra lives in that game, but it's so hard to avoid damage. I don't know what to do. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I have not seen any strats for it. One of you alive. The game with the Rhode Island joke, that was Bandit. An unreleased Data East prototype. Data East USA, apparently. Apparently there was a cabinet of that in the arcade scene in RoboCop 2. Shit. I don't know, that game didn't seem insanely long. It was just... It's insanely hard if you're not cheating. Because I don't know how, if that game was actually balanced for like 1 credit play. But then again, it also doesn't, it had some emulation issues in MAME. It, like, kind of doesn't control right. I just wanted to see the ending. Oh man, the big titty scientist is in a spacesuit? I'm in. Let's play Rampage World Tour. What's her name? Dr. Betty Veronica or something stupid like that? They do have Rampage World Tour at ground control. They actually put it in an original Rampage cabinet. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade or not. Wow, that hit me. I think the reason Outrunner still hasn't gotten a console release, it came out on the Genesis. It got some sort of console release. It wasn't anywhere near arcade perfect, but it got something. Cool Riders never got a port. But yeah, Outrunners got released on the Genesis. It got licensed to Data East of all things. I haven't actually played it, but I don't know. It looked like they did what they could with the Genesis. Although it has, I think it has forced split screen, even if you're playing like a solo game, which is kind of lame. But yeah, it's never gotten like an actual like arcade perfect release. Get that and get a port of Cool Riders. Just, you know, take out Born to Be Wild. DMCA hell. There's a big gap on the bottom. Actually gave me something I can work with here. Oh, what the? Alright. I shot right through it. That was in the clear. I could have gotten out of there. Right. Hang out in the corner, huh? Don't mind the beeping, that happens every now and then if I hit too many keys on the keyboard. Oh, which way are we going? Which way are we going? Where are we dropping, boys? Don't like this corner. I played like one race of Cruisin' Blast at Next Level Pinball and said, yep, this sure is a cruising game. And did not feel the need to play it ever again. Those games do not appeal to me at all. We're actually on wave 122. I should add like a Comic Sans 1 at the bottom of the screen or something. I'll do that the next time I get a break. I can sacrifice a life or two. Whoop, whoop. Damn, I got the jukes. Where's Mikey? Oh, he's bottom left. That's good. Oh. And now he's at the top right. Actually, now they're spread out. They're going after somebody else. Yeah, when are we getting a home port of Johnny Nero Action Hero? That's what I want to know. Get to it, Ice? Was it Ice that made the game? I don't remember. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I'm not big on the cruising games. It always just feels like dumb luck whether you're gonna get first place or not. You can be doing everything perfectly and you still won't catch up to the computer. Or they'll just pass you. They're just kinda they're there for people to spend $1 to get like 2 minutes of racing out of. I do like the it's like one of the Fast and the Furious games. I forget which one. There's a bunch of them, but actually I guess most of them they have like these they have like FMV animated GIFs of like people at the start and the end of the race like doing stuff like, you know, just like throwing their hands up in the air and stuff. There's this one animation of like this guy like he like has his arms spread out like he's an airplane and he's like pretending he's flying. And that's like all he's doing in the animation, so they like specifically digitized this one guy to like pretend he's a plane. That kind of cracks me up. Also, they always like they always play the animations in reverse, like after they've already after they've finished the animation, and there's like I think it was like one of the Fast and Furious Superbikes games, like when you're on the continue screen, there's like two girls like dancing. And, like, one of them will, like, whip their hair forward. But then when it plays the animation in reverse, it looks like she gets this weird whiplash of her hair going in reverse. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. I need video of this. But I don't think Cruisin' Blast has, like, has, like, animated people cheering. Or does it? I don't know. I played it once and it was like, yeah. Sure is cruising. It looks pretty, I guess. Thank God I didn't spend money on this. Thank God it was on free play. Beep. I don't know what they added to the Switch version of Cruisin' Blast. I wouldn't pay $40 for it. I wouldn't play the game 40 times in the arcade. I need to save that human. It's gonna fuck the brainwave up if I don't save her. There we go. Well, the 1cc for this, the criteria we're going with this is that I want to hit 10 million, and we're almost 40% of the way there. So I figure if you roll the wave counter and roll the number of points, You've done a lot. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do something. Kill off a couple lives here. There is no kill screen, no. I can't see it. Drag. Alright, good enough. I'm still not sure how many lives I have, so maybe I shouldn't be sacrificing too many. It's an extra life every 25,000. So you get lives like crazy in this game. Which is kind of expected, because you also die like crazy. He runs after me. Okay. Nope, get that Mikey. Fuck, I almost had it. Top route looks safe. Nice. The criticals collect people, it's pretty important. The first one's worth 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. They max at 5,000, so at max value, 5 humans is an extra life. Like right now. Also speeds up your scoring rate. So you don't have to play the game as long. Oh, they're all going after that one human. There's no more humans, brains. Wow, they all spawned in the top half. Nice. Uh-oh, I'm still gonna die. Yeah, honestly, like, just the fact that, like, this game is never patterned, since it always, like, randomly decides where to draw the enemies. It's never pattern-based gameplay. It's not like Pac-Man or Nibbler, where you have to learn the most optimal patterns to survive. So it always keeps you on your toes. It's always something fresh and new. Also, the other nice thing about this game is that, like, these early Williams games were... I don't know if they were the first, but they were some of the first to like, have a sort of battery backup on the board, because they stored all the dip switch information on the battery, so it would also save high scores. Because most arcade cabinets, the scores would get reset when you turned off the power, so... But with this game, you have a daily top 6, and then it saves, like, there's like 40 all-time scores. So that gave extra incentive to go for a high score on this game. Now the Ultimo, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh my god. I never did buy the 360 version of this. I probably should have, but yeah. I remember Mecha Doctor was going in hard on the 360 version. 420 shoot robots every day. Damn it, 1 hour of play. 4.2 million is a pretty bad score for 1 hour of play, but I did have to sack a few lives to update shit on the stream. And we're halfway to the... over halfway to the wave rollover. Also, there's been some other ways, like people have started playing this game. Like difficulty 10 kind of became a thing. I think there were like a few settings, like just difficulty 10, extras every 25,000, and then there was one that changed it to like extras every 50,000. See how long you can survive. This is difficulty 5. 10 is the max, of course. On difficulty 10, the enemies spawn way faster, the brains are firing more shots. Enforcers and tanks are firing more shots. It's pretty nuts. I'm not gonna be able to get those guys. Ah, what the? I'll survive that. I don't know what the best I've done on difficulty 10 is. It is hard, though. That's a good way to keep people from playing this game for too long. Like, Williams was definitely thinking ahead. Like, they put a ton of options in the service mode for like adjusting the game. Like, not just adjusting the difficulty, you can adjust how often you get extra lives and all that. Because you also have to remember that ideally, arcades wanted like high turnover of players, and usually like the magic length of time like they were going for like 25 cents a play was like 3 minutes, enough to give like a player some value for their credit, but like not too little that they feel ripped off. Honestly, 3 minutes kind of feels like a rip-off too, but at the same time, like they also didn't really, the early '80s was a new time for video games. Nobody was really sure like how long people would end up playing this game. Like I don't think they pictured people doing like 10 million points on this on the default settings. And that's how the whole marathon thing started happening. People playing credits that lasted way too long. Public enemy #1 for arcade operators. And of course, it's ironic that, Eugene Jarvis was responsible for this game. For this crazy fun game that also just happens to be able to be mastered to a point where you can play it for long periods of time. And then, transitioned into the raw thrills era of cruising games and light gun games like Terminator Salvation that just straight up fucking kill you if you play for too long. Terminator Salvation is so awful. They kill you in real life. The cabinet brings out a gun and shoots you in the face. I'm sure that's next for Raw Thrills. Tired of players at your arcade playing the game for too long? Now you can commit justifiable homicide. I'm losing a lot of lives here. Ooh, there's a lot of humans on the left. In that ass. That's a good haul. Yeah, that Halo light gun game is awful. I think I linked it before, but like there's a video of this Japanese player called Kaz Gun Shooting, who's like the world record holder on House of Dead 4 and 3, I think. Kaz is super fucking good at light gun games, and so like he's like playing the Halo light gun game for the first time, and like he's surviving for a while on one credit and has like 50% of his life, and then he takes one hit and the life bar just evaporates instantly. Yes, there is a Halo-themed mounted gun game that came out in arcades a few years ago. Do not get your hopes up for it. It sucks. It's on free play at Next Level Pinball, and I still can't be bothered to play all the way through it. Why would I be playing that when I can play Genesis by Gottlieb? Yeah, the Tomb Raider light gun game's pretty awful too. That's by a different company, but it still feels cheap. Also, those guns are awful. Have I seen Iceman, a gun game where you shoot water at the screen? Is that some Redemption garbage? Not sure I've seen that. I don't know if I've seen it. Put in a credit and you're invincible, and then that's it. I'll have to check Brown 1 next time I'm there. Oh yeah, this has a sequel in Blaster. Blaster takes place in the year 2085, and like it says like straight up, the Robotron's won, but you're the last human, and you have to make your way to paradise. That game's hard. That would be a good game to consider for 1cc purposes if you can reach paradise, but I've never made it. At least not on default settings. I remember somebody had like a multi-Williams cab and had it set to like easier settings than default. I need to learn that game. It plays nothing like Robotron. It's like a first-person rail shooter kind of. But it always felt like it was tough to avoid certain hits. I don't know. You know, IS, thank you for the quarter. man, was it, dang. We missed the 25-year anniversary of House of the Dead? Shit. Boy, I sure hope my Sinden light gun shows up soon. The latest update says, like, they want to start shipping the batch of orders that I'm in, like, starting September 27th, which is next week. So maybe! But then it's got to get shipped from England and all that. I don't know. I'm keeping my eye out. Almost at 5 million. I'm at 174. Alright, now the humans. Alright, which Mikey are they going after? Somebody up there. I can't get up there. Alright, halfway there to the goal. I can't believe I didn't die there. I died there instead. Yeah, I only got to play Sega Golden Gun once. It felt a lot harder than House of Dead 4. Of course it feels harder when you don't know what's coming at you. But even then, it just felt weird with the whole shop system and stuff. You can trade your points in for items. What the fuck? Not a fan of that. Nice. Ah! Hulk. Get out of there. There we go. Humans are dead. Ah. They used to have Terra Burst at a, this one arcade in Brownsville back in, like, 97, 98. Didn't really care for it. I think that was the same arcade I saw some guy spend, like, $10 trying to beat the last boss on War Gods. Shit. Yeah, I've come around on House of Dead 3. I used to hate it, but I think, like, once I played Scarlet Dawn and realized how much worse that was, House of Dead 3 doesn't look so bad in comparison. Also, actually having an arcade to play it at again was nice. What are we at? 184. Oop. Okay, Mikey's on the right. For tech. Oh, they got Mikey. Sometimes you can actually, if the brains like spawn in a favorable way, you can kind of run a clockwise or counterclockwise circle and just lead the spaghetti shots around. But it's so rare when that's actually possible. It feels good when it does. It always feels good to get past a brainwave without dying. Oh, I could have picked up more humans there. That's okay. Let's pick up more points now. Out of that corner. These guys are trying to crash the game. Can't crash the game on this version. I'm pretty sure there's at least one clip on YouTube that shows the enforcer glitch where it crashes the game. If anybody was curious, it just looks like a soft reset. Okay, where are they going after? Oh, it's that guy. They got him. Alright, let's go for the counterclockwise strat. Oh, those runs are on my ass. Nice. Not out of it yet, though. I want those points! Hey, 2 brainwaves in a row without dying. Yeah, running space harrier circles around everything. Man, I can't believe I couldn't 1cc space harrier last week. Someone was asking when the next time I'm gonna do the whole wheel of 1cc thing again. I don't know. It'll definitely come back in some capacity. I have some ideas for a series of streams in November, so it might come back to that. But for the time being, I wanna move forward and get some new 1cc's for this. They had Golgo 13 at one of the nickel arcades here in Portland, but the calibration was off, or at least it felt off. Never hit what I thought I could hit. Who are they going after? What am I at? Wave 195. Kept on rolling, 195. Oh, I didn't see the spaghetti. Yeah, the Golgo 13 game it's silent scope, except you only get one shot to do everything. And if you fuck up, you lose 80% of your life bar. So, don't fuck up. Yeah, give that human. Oh, man, I haven't seen a laser ghost cabin forever. I saw a couple when it was new. I've actually kind of wondered about the potential 1cc-ness of Laser Ghost. Like, playing it with a mouse, I think I got to the last boss, but there's kind of some unavoidable damage there. Yep. Alright, kill the grunts. Alright, who are they going after? Ah! Bonk. Now they're gonna spread out. Once you lose that first life, they don't always go for the same human anymore. Wonderland charges $8 to get in now? Last I checked, it was like $3.25 or something. I don't remember the last time I've been to a Wonderland. It was all downhill after they removed all the DDRs. After all their House of Dead 4 cabinets broke. I wonder if any of them still have Thrill Drive 2. Don't cause an accident. Ow, bonk. Okay, it is still $3.25. Okay, that's what I figured. But yeah, not really too much worth playing there now. Oh, I gotta update the counter. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. We're on wave 203. Now it says 14 on screen. I'll try to clear out the brainwave and then update the thing. Oh, some fast bullets! Advice for Lane KOF11? Read the wikis. Can't give good advice on that right now. Shit. Okay, let's... Did I kill the... No, I didn't kill the enforcers. I want to leave one brain. Grab these. Okay. Oh! I killed the... Okay, whatever. Fine, take my life. I have enough time for this. Yeah, sorry, I can't really do KOF 11 tutorials at the moment. If y'all haven't been keeping up, Flycast added rollback netcode for Naomi and a Thomas Wave games recently. It's not officially implemented in GGPO yet, but will be in the future. I was messing around with it on Thursday. Had to do some troubleshooting to get it to work. But once I did, it was smooth. I can finally play KOF 11 online. Now I just need better matchmaking, and we're good to go. And a new version just came out, yeah. Do I have time to do this? There we go. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, it's fine. I'm probably gonna die anyway. There's a lot of spaghetti chasing me. Hey, I survived. So I'm at wave 211. 45 to go for the rollover. After a while, I just completely zone out with this game. I remember somebody mentioned, somebody who was watching me play this on Cabinet. He said, like, of all the people he's seen play Robotron in person, like, I was using, like, the least amount of physical effort on the joysticks. Like, I'm just barely tapping the joysticks and not really, like some people, like, really get into it and are, like, you know, like, bobbing their head like the KOF 95 guy and stuff like that. That's what I do when I play Sinistar, because those joysticks kind of take some effort, but maybe it's because Ken House's machine, like, those sticks are just perfect for this game. Couldn't chase that. So I don't know. That's what I've been told. Obviously I don't have a player cam right now. Also, I'm not playing with two joysticks right now. I'm using my old setup I use for dual stick games in MAME, where I use the D-pad on a DualShock 4 to move and arrow keys to fire. Keyboard arrow keys to fire, I should say. I mean, I could probably just use the face buttons on the pad to also fire, but for some reason I just feel like I have more control with the arrow keys. Even if I get the beeps every now and then. Hey, it works for me. First or not, it works for me. It works for 1cc in Total Carnage. Although with Total Carnage, I have to, like, map the start button to enter, so I can, like, mash that. For that so-called impossible mashing minigame. Well, I definitely spend some physical effort moving the stick around on Sinistar. Because Sinistar cabs have that 49-way joystick, and, like, They have some analog feature to it so that if you're not pushing the joystick forward all the way, you move slower. Somebody made a comment about me going ham on it at MagFest. I think it was the opponent. No, that's just how you play Sinistar. Of course, I'm trying to... That's another game that, like, you know, Sinistar doesn't have an ending. I was trying to think of whether that should come up for 1cc play. Like, the closest you can get to looping that game would be clearing 5 stages. Since there's always an initial stage, and then there's the worker stage, the warrior stage, the planetoid stage, and then the void stage. And then after void, it goes back to worker stage, so it goes back to stage 2. So clearing 5 stages of that is pretty close to a 1cc in my book. Problem is that game is fucking hard, and I'm worse at it. I'm worse at it in MAME than I am on cabinet. So I'm not sure if I've cleared stage 5 on MAME. I'll have to go back, go look back at my MAME replays, but it's not easy. When that game feels like killing you, it kills you. But I've always had fun playing it on cabinet whenever I can find it. Unfortunately, there's nowhere in Portland that you can play one publicly right now. Ground Control like brings one out of storage every now and then, but they don't have the room for that now. Especially since they took games off the floor for like COVID spacing. I will protect you, Mikey. Ah! Yeah, it's actually 30 waves left. No trouble. And I'm still, like, not even 2/3 of the way to the point rollover. Oh man, I can't remember. Did I change the setting in the dip switches to like? There's a setting in the dip switches where the highest scorer can put in more than 3 letters for their name. I don't remember if it defaults to 3 or 20. I might have forgotten to change it. It might be 20 if the default name was Willie Elktrix. Better restart! No. The Ultimo, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, unfortunately it's not a this game does not have a true kill screen. There's a lot of brains over there. Sometimes I'll just go for, like, if there's a big clump of brains, I'll just try to kill them on the first life, just so the second life there's less on screen, but I fucked that up! And yeah, I've been asked about other games with kill screens. Are you gonna do a Donkey Kong kill screen for 1CCBBH? I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't want to play that game again. Fuck that. Especially since I would not get that on the first try, that's for damn sure. I literally only did it once, on cabinet. Again at Ken House's place. And I was just straight running boards. Like, I was not doing any of the barrel point pressing. My score is like one of the lowest kill screens. Like, I think my score like isn't even in the top 100 on the official Donkey Kong forum list. I got a kill screen and I'm not in the top 100. But, I don't want to do that again, man. I am not going to reach the kill screen on Bongo. I'm still trying to decide what the best criteria is for counting a 1cc on Bongo. I'm leaning towards 2 loops. I'm not doing it tonight. I need to actually practice loop 2 again. I've gotten to loop 4. Maybe I could go for 3 loops. But I gotta get back to Bongo practice. They tried to corner me. But yeah, I don't want to do 1. 1's too easy. At least for me. 1's no problem. We gotta make it a little interesting. And I think Mortis was talking about Three Stooges and Brides as Brides. That's another game I should try to do again. Try to get a million on, because the game goes. The game just automatically gives you a maximum number of lives when you're right before a million, which is pretty funny. But I'm not doing that tonight. I've done it before. People have seen it. I'll do it again. But that's not in the cards for tonight. Slap hitbox on Cab feels more generous than on MAME. Oh no, is MAME's emulation fucked up on Three Stooges and Brides as Brides? How can they let this happen? I don't know. I mean, I was able to do it on cabinet, but the only cabinet I knew of was at Grinkers, and Grinkers is no more. So I'd have to go to the Ghost if I want to play that outrageously rare game. I still have the belt, yeah. I haven't been contacted. I would have returned it if they wanted it, but if, what's his name? Steve wanted it back. We're not talking about Terrorverse. We're talking about Three Stooges and Brides as Brides. Everybody's favorite arcade game from the 80s. I'm losing a lot of lives here. It's okay. I don't know how many lives I have, but it's probably a lot. Go for that clump on the left. Alright, whoever it is, they got her. Got him. Tried to save that, Mikey. I think you did. 241. Whoop. Okay. That's cool. Come on. Man. Oh, I was at 69,420 and I went over it. Shit. Yeah, we have sub goals now. We were at like 281 out of 300 when I started the stream, and then shit just blew up. I don't know what happened. People started being mad generous. And then I had to change it. All hail September. Thank you again, everybody that gifted a sub to that. I got emotes to add. I still have 2 animated emotes to use. Uh-oh, I'm gonna pick up Mikey immediately. I don't want to pick him up. Okay, no. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll spawn the Mikey right on you. Well, you don't really want to pick him up immediately because you want to keep him alive so the brains go after somebody else. Silver Fox! Silver Fox gifting a sub. Animated scratch emote. Thank you very much for that. I'll update it. I don't have an automatic sub count thing. I have to manually update it, but I'll do that in a second. Because I'm almost at the rollover. I mean, I still have room for one more tier 2 emote. Since 4 of them are the 4-part thank. Also, I could be adding more bits emotes. I only have the Samchai up. I'm really bad at emotes. We'll figure something out. I'm dying like crazy. I think it's okay though. I think I've been making a positive gain on these lives. Oh, right in the ankle. Sometimes it doesn't look like the shots actually hit you. Questionable hitboxes. We need cave-style hitboxes for this game. That'd make it even easier. Ah! I gotta pick up the humans. Wave 250. Almost. There are only 2 humans left, and I probably wasn't going to pick them up anyway. Ah. That's fine. I don't know if it's an official category, but you'd kind of call it like an arena shmup. It's single screen, you're not scrolling the screen. I don't know. Hey, thanks, Elrock. How did the fighting games go? I saw you streaming, but I didn't get a chance to pop in. Yeah. They take some work sometimes. Alright, 254. $255. So after this, it's going back to Wave 1. And now I'm doing... Oh, look at that Mikey clump at the bottom. Satisfying. Okay. Oh, so one Mikey left. Oh, there he goes. And now tanks are everywhere! And we're back at Wave 1! Now I have to remove the thing. But I'm still not at 10 million. So usually this is like a, if you have too many extra lives, this could be a good time to like take a break and use the bathroom if you had to. You get like, you usually get like 10 seconds between lives. Depends on where it decides to spawn the grunt, but I think we're good. But yeah, we're halfway there. Well, no, we're 73% of the way there to the score threshold. No, we're not there yet. The waves will always get rolled before the score gets rolled. There's another 2.6 million. Just... Oh, Mikey! Alright, where are they going now? Damn, they're firing immediately. Can't be doing that shit on Wave 5. Original Wave 5. Ow. I just wanted the points, man. Yeah, there's an idea for a 1cc. Get the 100 million bonus in Dr. John's Mysterious Stones. Gotta get creative with some of these old games. I mean, that game has loops. You do one loop of it, you could say you cleared it, but... I don't know. I always want to do something a little extra. I don't want to do the bare minimum. Although I sometimes do the bare minimum in things like Psycho Shmups. One loop, good enough! Still haven't gotten Dragon Blaze. Ugh. I'm thinking like next week, I'm just gonna have to like redo the games for the Cali's Cup tournament that I've cleared recently, just so I can do them before I forget how to play them. We gotta do Space Bomber and Dio and Macross 2 and even 8 Forces. Yeah, Robotron's a cool game. Definitely one of the best Golden Age, early 80s games. It is a classic. Oh god, it's so weird going back to these early stages. And still dying. God Plus is like 84, that counts. If I had to make a top 5 of like Golden Age games, in no particular order, it'd be this, Spy Hunter, Zookeeper, Sinistar, and I don't know what the 5th game would be. Those are not Golden Age games, Hydreigon. Cutoffs like before, like 85, 86. No, I'm not a fan of Joust. Joust is okay, but I'm not great at it. Maybe Mad Planets. Nah, I don't know about Mad Planets. Mad Planets is cool, but cut in the head. Bongo's all memes. I don't know if I would seriously put it on the top 5. Not really big on Dig Dug. Gyrus, Gyrus is cool, but I don't know. Dig Dug is another game that's very, very pattern heavy. I kind of don't like that. Oh, the Sanchez classic Agor. What else would I put in the top 5? Almost got spaghettied. God, Intrepid. God, I hope one day they find a working board of Zarya Ostrowska, or whatever it's called. Where's Mikey? At the top. I'll protect you, Mikey. Ow, I died. I still didn't get Mikey. Damn, I got greedy there and it paid off. 8 million. Damn, that was pretty solid. Ow, what? Yeah, Crazy Climber never clicked with me. That game is weird. Some people are really good at it. I'm lucky if I can do one stage. Where are we at? Where are we going? Not shooting any of these guys, what the hell? Are there 2 dudes in the corner? I'll never know. Alright, they already got whoever it was they were going after. It's alright. Cut your losses. I'm tempted to say Food Fight to round out my top 5, because that game is super fun when you can play it on cabinet. But it controls kind of weird in MAME. I think that game's fun. I enjoy it. Fuck. This is a bad stage. Ooh. I guess it's okay to sacrifice a few lives. Make sure I don't roll over. Donkey Kong 3, unironically the best arcade Donkey Kong game by far. Wow. And I wish there was a Food Fight cabinet around here. Drinkers had one, but, yeah. Rip. Of course, that wasn't around here. That was in Idaho. Man, I'm dying like crazy. Get me out of this hell stage. Of course, I have no idea how many lives I'm down to. Probably something like 80. Jesus. Clean it up. Hydreigon, you've never been to Grinkers. It no longer exists. I bring it up because it's an arcade I actually went to. And was home to a lot of rare games that you don't see at too many arcades. We have fun here. Okay. There we go. Much better. Alright, 1.6 million to go. Go for that clump on the left. They're all going after somebody. Oh, they got him. I figure it's best to go after the big clumps of brains just so there's less shots on the screen. Doesn't always work out, but what are you gonna do? Death is inevitable in this game. Oh my god. Okay. Clean it up. Get some lives back. I really should have played the tie-dye version. Maybe I'll show that briefly when this is all said and done. Well, I've rolled the wave counter once, so just add 255 to it. So now I'm 298. We're just trying to play this out to 10 million. You can roll the lives, yes. Once you earn your 256 life, it goes back to 0. It's not instant game over, but if you don't get another extra life within 25,000 points, it is game over. And this happened to somebody when they were doing a long marathon of this. They were at like 44 million. They weren't killing off enough extra lives. Oh, Mikey's up there. Okay. All right. Good enough, I guess. Acceptable. They never got Mikey. Sometimes their brains get stuck. I figured they would, which is why I started picking up the humans on the last life, but if I waited till now, I could have gotten even more of the 5,000s. But it's okay. It's alright. We're still in good shape here. Oh, one thing I didn't even talk about is that on these tank stages, if you survive long enough without dying, eventually the tanks stop firing at you. And then you're just dodging stuff. Yeah, 44 million is like it's like 10 hours of play. The worst thing is he was going for 45 million. I'm not sure why the goal was 45 million instead of like 50 or something, but it was some kind of bounty that somebody on the forum put out. But yeah, since then the highest proven score on this, the highest score that's had like actual video streaming proof is 180 million. There were a bunch of scores for this listed in the Twin Galaxies book and website, but they're largely believed to be false. Like the high score was like 300 million, which would be that'd be like 70 hours of play probably. Maybe like 65, 66. And nobody believes that was legit, because especially if you're playing on the versions that have the random reset bug, you're probably gonna hit it. And since that score was listed as being done before 1987, yeah. Apparently what some people were doing back in the Twin Galaxies days in the early 80s was, like, they tried to, like, add their scores together if the game crashed. If you got, like, a crash on Robotron. I think, like, somebody tried to add up, like, Pac-Man scores, like, you reach the kill screen on that, and then add up the 3 million or whatever, and then you do another credit. But that's bullshit. I don't believe for a second that 300 million is legit. As it turns out, there were a lot of people lying about scores even in the early 80s, and Walter Day was was very naive to, like, he didn't think, like, people would debase themselves to lie about video game scores. And come on, Walter, you put, like, some sort of leaderboard in place. Some people want to be on the top no matter what. Of course they're gonna fucking lie. Wow. Chase me. But yeah, there have been some very sus scores on the old Twin Galaxies leaderboards, like the old what was it? Like, was it 80 million on Missile Command? One of those crazy marathon scores. Nobody believes that's legit. Damn, those dudes were hauling ass. I saw a network Kadash set up at at one of the golf lands in California. I think it was the one in Anaheim. It was like actually like looked like a castle. They had 2 cabinets of it, but I didn't get to actually play it with anybody. The Kadash cabinet they had at the local gold mine arcade was just 1 cabinet. Yeah, the Camelot Golf Land. I think it was in Anaheim. We went there when we were visiting our cousins in California. Oh wow, that Hulk didn't kill me. All right, 9 million. 1 million to go. Where do we go for humans? Oh, they got one. Counterclockwise circle, don't fail me now! Fuck. Ah, okay. Oh, didn't get the human. Give me them points. I think that Camelot Golf Land was like also the only place I ever saw a Thunder Jaws cabinet. What a piece of shit that was. They had a lot of weird games there. They had Bally Senti's Street Football. I remember that for some reason. They had Kaido's Gladiator. A lot of stuff I never really saw before. I think that was the first place I saw a Starblade cabinet, too. What a cool cabinet. Alright, I think Mikey's safe. No, he's not. Now they're going after, I don't know. I didn't keep the enforcers alive, that's kind of a problem. Oh well. Whatever. Gonna make me look like an idiot, huh? In front of all my friends? Let's see how it is. The bug that was fixed in this version was the enforcer crash bug. If enforcers are in the corner and you destroy them, sometimes their little destruction particles will go out of bounds outside the screen, and the game gets confused and doesn't know what to do, and it just resets. Somebody apparently figured out the cause of it and like showed it to or like told Williams about it in 1987, and they burnt a new board that like had the fix, but they just kind of kept it privately because, you know, Williams wasn't selling Robotron cabs anymore. But they ended up using it for one of the home ports later. I figured if I'm going for a 10 million run here, let's get the version that doesn't fucking crash on me. Of course, I could have played the tie-dye version, but I wanted to see the 10 million roll over. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's okay. Okay, can I take care of this spaghetti? Go. That last human. 580,000 to go. There was no way out of that one. What wave am I on? 74? I haven't hit the 100 yet, I think. Where are they going? Oh, I didn't see that dude. Okay. You know, it's okay to lose some lives here. I should still be up on lives. I like how it killed me there, but didn't give me credit for saving the human. It's bongo-itis when picking up humans. Okay. All on the bottom. That didn't even look like it touched me. I need a hitbox viewer for this game. Just keep bonking into me. Human. Okay. Oh, he came out fast. Save all the humans for the next stage. Okay. I don't know who they're going after. Another camo robot. Okay. Jesus. I am crazy. $300,000 to go. Thank you, Mortis. I appreciate your efforts to steer the conversation. It is a big family, but it's the last human family, and they're dying like crazy. So the lore goes, apparently they all die in this game. I think I just spoiled everything. Ah. I am curious how many lives I have, though. We'll find out in a second. Mikey, don't go over there. Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. Mikey, there's a whole row of brains. Mikey. Mikey. Good enough. Now we pick them all up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's, leave one enforcer on screen. There we go. Hulk is mowing them down, though. Man, if I had actually played this at the arcade when I was a kid, maybe I would have, had a crossover fanfic with 1P Bob and 2P Bob. Missed opportunity. Robotron. Yeah, maybe this is where they got their guns. Gee, it sure is boring today. Let's grab our guns and blow up the Tower of Bonner. Oh yeah, Krill's pretty cool. It makes very good arcade noises. And it actually works right in MAME now. They finally fixed that invisible bullet bug. I need those noises for, like, stream alerts. Alright, here we go. I was trying to, like, take out the grunts. Get as close as possible. And then sometimes it's just gonna spawn me right on those dudes, of course. How much are the tanks worth? Was that 300? That's the max possible displayable score. And there it is, 10 million. Copyright 1982, Williams Electronics Incorporated. Why did it say that at the bottom? Alright, now we sit here and co-op lives. Hey, Ex Mortis, thank you for gifting a sub to Lance. Much appreciated. I need to check the counter now. I haven't been counting how many lives I've lost. Oh wow, I'm down to 5 already. Yeah, my live counter was low. I only had like 10, maybe 15 lives going into that stage. Jesus. Yeah, I was in danger. I wouldn't be able to take breaks. The Ultimo, thank you for the 100 bits. Sheesh. Usually I have way more lives than that, but I don't know. Game over. And I don't get on the high scores because I had 25 points. Amazing. I didn't even rank in. How sad. Let me check the service mode. Probably should have held F1 and hit F2. Average. Oh yeah, I put in a couple credits to test. I guess it counted that. 429 extra men earned. 433 men played. Yeah, it was set to 3 letters for the high score name. You can bump it up to 20. 3 is recommended though. Also, you can set an attract mode message. But that takes too long to set up. I probably should have done that in advance. Man, I came all that way and I didn't get to put my initials in.